Welcome back to the Los Alamitos preview show. Before Dave and I talk about the final half of the program, we have a special report from Orlando Gutierrez, where the trainer has had some great success in our challenge races here recently. Trainer Lin Melton's won 2 of them with Maggie Durant in Time for Jess. Orlando Gutierrez caught up with Lin Melton and the great success he's having here this year.
Well, it seems like these days Lin Melton is just surrounded by great girls. And let's start off with introducing these 2 young girls that you have here with us.
These are my 2 granddaughters. This is Delaney and this is Katie.
And they got to be a joy for you to have around the barn, especially at these times when all you do is win.
Absolutely, because I don't get to see them a lot. They live in Vancouver, Washington, and every time we've brought them, we've never been very lucky. This time we brought them, we won 2 races, so that's good for them, good for me. They're my good luck charms.
Absolutely, and let's talk about those victories. Let's start off with Maggie Durant winning the Muriel, California Distaff Challenge, going to the big race. Pretty soon here at Los Alamitos, October 29th, we're the host of the Bank of America Racing Challenge. Tell us about Maggie Durant.
Oh, Maggie Durant's been a hard knocker her whole life. You know, we started her actually in claiming races, and she, I think she won 4 in a row. And then I was kind of stuck, so I had to put her in some stakes, and she ran second in 2 of them, and it was knocking on the door, and we ran her in this, and we were lucky and won it. And the best part of winning this is you get to run in the big one with no trials, so that's great.
And she'll have some company because Time for Jess also qualified to the big night, winning the Adequan Derby California Challenge. And Time for Jess, just a filly that has been in big races here at Los Alamitos Racecourse, showed her class that night.
Yeah, she's qualified for everything we've ever run her in and didn't have real good luck in either one of those big races, but she's really fast, we think. We know now. And, you know, she deserved to finally win a stake. And, yeah, it'll be fun to have them both running that night, challenge night. I used to do the challenge big time, you know, and we kind of backed away from it when we got here because there's so many other good races. But we were actually the original challenge trainer of the decade, you know, so the first 10 years. And so it's fun to be back in the challenge. Challenge has been good to me.
And another individual that's been good, very good to you, is Kelly Spackman, also his son, Casey Spackman. Tell me about that great relationship that you have.
I've trained for those people since 1973. Casey was about these girls' age, maybe even a little younger, and my son and Casey grew up together, and my daughter and Kelly's daughter grew up together. So it's been a family deal right to start with, and now Casey's kind of the ramrod, I guess, and Kelly's kind of the backbone of the whole deal. He's the one that keeps us going, but yeah, it's exciting. You know, it's fun to win for people you've been associated with for so long.
And off camera, you were telling me about the eating habits of both Maggie Durant and Time for Jess, saying that, you know, when they eat, when they get that bucket empty, it really helps out.
Oh, it's hard to believe. These 2 fillies are more like colts. They just dive into their feed, as you can see. Time for Jess right now, and Maggie, they just love to eat. That makes my job a lot easier when you're not trying to figure out how to get them to eat again after a big race. You know, that night after they run, they'll clean everything up. It's wonderful.
And a wonderful weekend for Lin Melton. It's been a wonderful time here at Los Alamitos, especially joined by his young granddaughters. Back to the studio.